uh, welcome to learn the decision science subject. I'm your course instructor, Professor Nilesh Lambore. I'm working as an assistant professor in Jhil Institute of Management and Computer Application. The subject code is 302, and this course belongs to the semester third, and this subject have 3 credit course. So we learn the what is the decision science and how this decision science helpful to take on the any decision in business management. So this subject will improve your decision taken capacity while you are taking any critical decision, that how you can take the decision. Some decisions are based on some facts and figures. So this subject will be helpful. So many students are uh, think that the subject is so much numerical and subject is too much difficult, but this is not fact. Actually, the subject is very much interesting, and you can learn so many things. It will be helpful to build your career, as well as it will be improve your skill set, and you can take any decision based on some scientific and some systematic and some logical manner. So we learn what is the structure of this decision science subject and what we will be learn in this course. So the course content in the first chapter, we will learn the importance of decision science. What is the importance? What will we learn? Why this subject is so much important in the management? So, what is the role of quantitative, which quantitative techniques in decision making? How different types of quantitative techniques plays some which role in when you are taken any decision in the business model. So, there are some models we are going to learn in the decision science. So first one is the assignment model, and second one is the transportation model. In assignment model, here we are any business, if you are a manager and we need to assign some specific tasks to specific persons. So how we can assign the tasks? So we learn the what is the logic and what is the concept of the assignment the task to the particular employee. So what is the concept of the assignment model, and there are some techniques to assigning the work to the particular employee. So that is the flood techniques or Hungarian methods. Also we are learning some application interested to restricted multiple assignments and some maximization objective. What is the maximization of the objective, and how we can get the solution, optimum solution through these methods. So second one is the transportation model. We will learn the transportation. We transport one product to another place. So what is the objective or what is the concept of this transportation model? How we can formulate the transportation model or transportation problems? So there are different types of problems we are learning in the transportation model. So that there is a balanced transportation problem, unbalanced transportation problem. If the transportation problem is the unbalanced, then how we can balance the transportation problem? For example, if the transportation problem is balanced, so we are adding one dummy row or column to balance the transportation problem. Then we are going to the next stage. So restriction and maximization, basic how to find the basic initial feasible solution, and also by using the northwest corner rule method, it's also called as an NWCM, or least cost method, or matrix minima method, WAM, that is the Ogle's approximation method. And also we are getting the optimum solution by using the MODI methods, that is also called as the modified distribution method. So some multiple solution case, how we can consider or how we can solve the multiple solution problems by using the different tools and techniques. So this we will be learn in the first content or first course content, that is the introduction. So next one we are going to learn the linear program, that is also called as LPP. So what is the concept of the LPP and how we can formulate the linear programming problem in graphical and also in a quantitative format. Also we are going to learn the Markov chains, what is the concept of the Markov chains, and what are the some applications related to the some management and financial areas, and how we can estimate the transition probabilities. Also we are going to learn in the chapter in the simulation technique, what type of simulation techniques we are learning, or using in the some business scenario. So there is some one of the technique is the Monte Carlo simulation technique. So we'll learn what is the scope of this Monte Carlo simulation technique, and what is the some limitations of this simulation technique. All this we will learn in the second course content, that is the linear programming problem. Third, we are going to learn the what is the probability. So what is the concept of the probability? And generally we are in real life situation we are using the this concept, that is the probability. It means that today how many how much chances for today's rainfall. It is some we are answering this question at in some manner, in probability manner, that is the, and there is a 50% chances for today's rainfall. That is some probability. So what is the concept of this probability technique? This is a statistical technique. Also, we are going to learn some conditional probability theorem. There is center limit theorem based on the decision making, and how we can use this probability concept when we are going to take the decision in some managerial situation or some business situation. Also, we are going to learn some probability distribution. For example, there is a binomial normal distribution, binomial distribution, Poisson distribution. Normal distribution is the standard continuous probability distribution, and binomial and Poisson are the cases of the standard discrete probability distribution. So these all distributions we are learning in the probability chapter. So what is the use of this normal and binomial and Poisson distribution in our business model, and how we can predict, or we can also solve some numerical problem based on this normal, binomial and Poisson distribution. Here some numerical problems are expected while we are taken the decision. So also second one is the queuing theory. So what is the concept of the queuing theory? Generally we are observed that in theaters, mall, we observe that so many long queues are exist. So what is the service rate, what is the queue length, and generally all about this concept we are learning in the queuing theory. So there is some single server queuing model, that is the MM1 in MM1 model, MM1 infinity, first in first out model, that is introduction of multi server, that is FIFO, and some numericals on some server model are expected to learn in this chapter. So in next unit we are going to learn the PERT and CPM, that is the critical path method and project evaluation review technique. So we are going to learn what is the concept of this critical path method and this project evaluation review technique. Also, we are going to draw some network diagram. We are going to identify some critical path network calculation, calculating by using some earliest start time, latest start time, earliest finish time, latest finish time, slack, flow, priority, and project completion in case of PERT. Also, we are what is the network crashing, and what is the concept of the project cost and its components, time and cost relation, crashing of CPM PERT network. If we are going to start one project, so what is the earliest start time of the project and what is the latest start time of the project? Also, we are going to find this project's earliest finish time and latest finish time. By using all this terminology, we are going to calculate. So critical path method, that is the optimum duration to complete this project. So all these things we are learning in the fourth chapter, that is the PERT and CPM. In last chapter, we are going to learn what is the decision theory. In decision theory, we learn some concept related to the decision theory, how we can take the decision, also decision making under uncertainty. In this content, we are going to learn what is the maximax criteria, maxi-min criteria, minimax regret criteria, what is the Hurwitz alpha criteria, and what is the Laplace criteria. We are going to solve some numerical examples by using this criterion, and taken how we can take the decision. Also, second one is the decision making under risk. In this head, we are going to learn the expected monetary value, expected value with perfect information, that is the EMA and EVPA criteria for items, with all about all without the salvage value. And also we are going to learn in the decision theory, that is the game theory. So in this game theory, we are going to learn the 2x2 zero sum game, pure and mixed strategies, solution of games with dominance, average dominance methods, So we are going to learn what is the pure strategy. If there is a saddle point, that is the minimax is equal to maximin, is equal to these two contents are both are same, then we say that there is a saddle point in the and given game is the pure strategy game. If there is no saddle point and the matrix is 2 by 2, then we are going to use the mixed strategy. And what is the dominant strategy? All these concept we are going to learn in the game theory. And last one is the sequencing problem. We are introduced what is the sequencing problem and how we can solve this type of sequencing problem. That is the problems involving n jobs 2 machines, n jobs 3 machines, and n job m machines, and comparison of prior to sequencing role. So all these we are learning in this decision science subject. These are the some reference book. You can take the reference for solving more problems by using this reference book. That is the Quantitative Techniques in Management Operation Research by Hamdi Eteha, and Operation Research by Hira Gupta, also one of the best book. That is the Operation Research Theory and Application by J.K. Sharma. And also one of the good book is the Comparative Statistical Method by P.N. Arora. So you can take the references of all these books to upgrade your skill set. Also, what we will be learn on our successful completion of this course, what is your learning? So we are all this learning by using the Bloom's taxonomy. So there is some parameters to use the Bloom's taxonomy, that is the creating, analyzing, applying, understanding, and remembering. That is the some parameters of the Bloom's taxonomy. So in the remembering section, we are describing to some concept and models associated with the decision science. That is the some linear LPP, that is assignment, and some transportation models we are going to learn, and how we can apply in the remembering section. So understand the different decision making tools required to achieve the optimization in the business process. Also understanding apply appropriate decision making approach and tools to be used in the business model. Here we are going to understand which tools is appropriate to some business situation we are going to use. Also some applying is analyzing some real life situation with constraint and examine the problems using the different decision making tools. Here we are going to understand and identify some real life situations where this decision techniques or decision model is appropriate or correctly fitted, and applying to this decision model, and we are getting the we are taken the decision. So next stage is the applying, analyzing. In analyzing, we are going to evaluate the various facets of the business problems and develop problem solving ability. We are practice different getting the different types of problems, or observe some real life situations and some real life problems, and we are going to apply and analyzing or solving some numerical problem based on some real life situations, and taken the decision from this. And last one is the creating. Creating is the discuss and propose the various applications of decision tools in the present business era. We are trying to develop and discuss some business models by using the last stage, that is the creating. So this is all these contents we are going to learn in the subject decision science. So thank you very much for your patience listening. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much.